Good evening, everybody. My name is Charity Bartlett, and I'm on the Carlington Community Association Board of Directors. I would like to start by saying relationships matter, just as the previous presentation showed, and it is important to make an effort to be social while still physically distancing. Negative events can create opportunities for new ideas on what is possible. One just has to be open to them. There are many examples of how the partners of the CDF Steering Committee have responded to COVID-19. Tonight, Helen and I would like to highlight some of the ways residents in the community have been working together to help one another through a very difficult time. Walking to stay fit has become one of the new norms, which created an opportunity for Carlington residents to connect in new ways while still physically distancing. In April, Carlington residents started to notice small hand-painted rocks along their sidewalks. One of the first ones I saw was painted yellow with a small bee painted on it and the words, "Be kind." And I thought, how true. COVID-19 has created this opportunity in Carlington to think about who we are as a community. The Carlington Community Association encouraged residents to get out into the neighborhood and participate by spotting Carlington rocks or painting their own. As one mother said, when she and her daughter started noticing the painted rocks nestled in the trees, we knew we had to paint some rocks ourselves. Now we so enjoy spotting our rocks as much as we enjoy spotting new rocks on our walks. It shows how much the little things can brighten your day. A father painting Carlington rocks with his family and putting them out said, "Each day it feels like we go on a treasure hunt, and it makes me feel connected to our neighbors in a new way." Over the course of this pandemic, the CDF Steering Committee in Carlington has had to rethink how to adapt some of its pre-pandemic programming, which has become essential to the broader community while still maintaining physical distancing. One example of thinking outside the box was how to replace the annual Carlington Community Association's much anticipated Family Fun Day, which is one of the community's largest outdoor events, drawing more than 500 residents for free food and activities. To replace this event, the Community Association has organized an outdoor community-wide scavenger hunt to run over 8 days to allow for physical distancing. 40 scavenger clues are scattered throughout Carlington for residents to find. With contributions from the councillor, the CDF Steering Committee, and some local businesses, the CCA raised $1,100 to be able to purchase prizes of $20 gift certificates from local businesses. Another example of a program which was reimagined was the Container Gardening Project, which supports families to grow their own food. When COVID hit, the Health for Food Working Group and the city staff continued to grow tomato plants, which were then distributed to children in the Caldwell area of Carlington to care for over the summer and enjoy eating tomatoes fresh off the vine. Second slide. This positive community response to the pandemic was helped by having a strong, active, and passionate steering committee led by the Carlington Community Health Center. Pre-pandemic, the community development staff at the CCHC, along with community partners, which include the City of Ottawa, Councillor Riley Brockington, Ottawa Community Housing, Carlington Community Chaplaincy, Caldwell Family Centre, Carlington Community Association, Ottawa Police Services, Crime Prevention Ottawa, Ottawa Public Library, Salus Ottawa, and McEwen Ministries, focused on food security and health and safety in order to build a strong and inclusive Carlington neighborhood. The strength and the commitment of the CDF Steering Committee partners ensured a coordinated and effective response to the pandemic. We want to thank the City of Ottawa for CDF funding and the partners for your substantial in-kind contributions. Remember, it can be difficult at times to look to the future, but we can and we will find ways to embrace a new norm. Thank you.
In the Carlington community, the Travel Lodge has become a hotel family shelter for new immigrants. During this pandemic, the CDF Steering Committee has come together to provide food and other required services on a daily basis to these sheltered families, like food from the Caldwell Family Center and the Food for Thought. The Ottawa Public Library has stepped up and provided the school-age children with the Chromebooks to enable them to participate in the new norm of online schooling. There is always a city staff member at the travel lodge keeping the children busy with activities and taking them outside for some physical activities whenever possible. The coordination of this concentrated effort to help this group of vulnerable Carlington residents has been led by the newly formed integrated neighborhood team from the city of Ottawa. Since March, there has been a few changes in how things are done in our community. For example, instead of going into the Carlington Community Chaplaincy or the Caldwell Family Center space to sit down, eat, and socialize, the Caldwell Community Chaplaincy has been providing breakfast and snack takeaways, while the Caldwell Family Center has been taking care of lunch takeaways and emergency food bank. In the evenings, we have had the Food for Thought in collaboration with Coconut Lagoon, which is not even in our community, doing the dinner meal deliveries. Despite the recent fire tragedy that Coconut Lagoon experienced, they haven't stopped the dinner provisions. When it comes to physical distancing, the City of Ottawa and Christie Lake have been providing workout challenges and yoga videos online. Christie Lake Kids has also been having virtual field trips and cooking lessons. Mental health is so important that the Carlington Community Health Center has initiated a community support line for residents seeking resources, referrals, and or weekly check-in calls. Tenants in the Caldwell area have taken on leadership roles on the Facebook page Caldwell Events. They have created fun challenges between the townhouses and the apartments to decorate their windows and balconies with art. Other tenant leaders have been lending a hand to those with mobility issues or immunocompromised by picking up meals from the Caldwell Family Center and even picking up groceries, still practicing social distancing by doing contactless deliveries. This evening, we have chosen several examples of how community members and partners in the Carlington neighborhood have come together apart during this pandemic to find fun, new, and creative ways of communicating and supporting each other. Physical distancing has not been easy, but with these efforts, neighbors have been feeling less isolated. We hope we have inspired you to try implementing some of these ideas in your own communities. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box and we'll be happy to answer. And by the way, I am Helen Molema and I have been a resident of the Carlington community for 9 years and a tenant leader of the Caldwell neighborhood for almost 3 years now. Thank you.